other side of it. Some things in this pandemic I didn't learn about myself that were there, or things that I could do. So you don't realize these life lessons until later. And I was even just thinking of my job. Even though my job is stressful and it's a lot, it was really just a few months ago I was asking God for this same job. Asking Him in February, give me this position, give me this position. So I'm definitely growing with God. And in these situations, when they come, sometimes we like to take control. And sometimes me, myself, I like to micromanage God. Sometimes in my prayer, I'm asking God for certain things, and I'm also asking Him how to do it. I'm telling Him how to do it, when I want it, all these expectations, but that's not how God works. So when we read Exodus 14, we know the children of Israel, we know that they've trusted God, and that they've gone through the Red Sea, and that God is going to make a way for them. It's easy to say that when you're on the other side of it. It's very easy to look back, and we look at our past situation, we'll say, He's made a way there when there's no way. But that's when we look back, and we tend to usually look back instead of looking forward. And what really takes faith is to look forward at something and to believe that He's going to make a way when you can't see it. So this is a lesson in letting go, and that we don't have control. It's in God's hands. And if you look in the story, God told Moses from the beginning that freedom doesn't come easily. Moses did not free the Egyptian slaves on his first try. It took a while. Similarly, in our lives, certain freedoms have to be forced. It may sound bad, but the only way God sets us free from certain things is to have them taken away. Sometimes what God allows for us to be removed in our lives is just as important as what He's allowed to be brought into our lives. And that's the season that a lot of us are learning these things. Even if you could go to the next slide, we have to learn to appreciate things. And these things, whether it may have been looking back, I should have taken this job, or I should have worked with this person. We need to know that we need to appreciate these things because, like I said, these were the same things we were asking for at the beginning of 2021. So I've been thinking about that in my life, especially with my job, because a lot of challenges that have come, I did not foresee them at all. And I was going back, maybe I should have taken this other offer rather than the situation that I'm in now. And it just takes away from the whole fact that this is what was in my prayer point at the beginning of this year. So to just step aside and to learn to appreciate what God has given me is already a big stepping stone. So what I want to ask you also is, what is God teaching you to appreciate in this season? Whether it be with your family, your friends, your household, your marriage, any of your relationship, even your work. What is God teaching you to appreciate in this season? Is it something that you asked for at the beginning in January 1st, and now you have it, but maybe you don't want it anymore? What is God teaching you to appreciate in this season? Next slide. My second theme is to release our grip. We need to release our grip on what God has in store for our lives. Most times when we pray to God, like I said, we try to have our hand on something that God is already dealing with, and that doesn't work. we like to micromanage God's